There was a season when I prayed hard, worked harder, and still stayed broke. Not lazy, not careless, just stuck. You may know that pain. Money comes, then disappears. Opportunities appear, then collapse quietly. You fast, you give, you serve, yet nothing holds. I am speaking to that confusion. Because poverty is not always about income. Sometimes it is about what is sitting silently in your house. I was deep inside systems that staggered homes more than people. We did not always attack churches. We inspected bedrooms. We monitored living rooms. We enforced poverty without touching bank accounts. Many believers never considered this. They pray against witches but sleep on covenants. They rebuke demons yet preserve altars, so their effort leaks slowly, consistently, painfully. I am not here to scare you. I am here to explain what I want helped enforce, because some of you are not under attack, you are under agreement. In 2026, economic pressure will increase. That is not prophecy, it is observation. And the systems I came from are already positioning homes, not people. Objects, quiet ones, familiar ones, inherited ones. If you have ever asked why money avoids your hands, why progress dies indoors, why your best plans collapse after rest, then you must hear this carefully. I will expose 3 objects, not charms, not shrines, ordinary things, legal things, dangerous things. Stay with me. This truth may change your finances forever. I did not learn these things from books. I learned them by assignment. For 11 years, I operated inside a structured occult network spanning southern Nigeria and parts of Ghana. My work was domestic placement, homes, bedrooms, storage spaces, inherited items. We called it quiet enforcement. I was assigned to steady households in Ibadan, Akure, Benin City, and later Kumasi and Cape Coast. Not the owners, the objects. In my coven, we were taught that people pray when they are awake, but they agree while they sleep. So we targeted rest, we targeted memory, we targeted inheritance. I participated in consecrations tied to family furniture, travel items, and decorative gifts. Some were bloodline renewals, some were destiny delays, others were wealth diversion systems set to activate during specific years. 2026 is one of them. I am not proud of this history. I am accountable for it. That is why I speak carefully now. I left after a failed assignment in Oyo State. The target prayed differently, not louder, clearer. That disruption exposed the entire mechanism, and once I saw it, I could not unsee it. I am not sharing rumors. I am confessing operations. What we enforced had rules, timings, legalities. And once you understand those laws, poverty loses its permission. What I am about to explain operates under a system we called the 3 domestic altars of silent poverty. Not shrines built with fire, altars built with familiarity. These objects do not shout, they sit quietly. They gain access through inheritance, sentiment, and ignorance. Each one functions differently. One drains through rest. One traps movement and future harvest. One stands as a legal witness inside the home. When all 3 are present, poverty becomes generational. When even one remains active, progress slows without explanation. I will take them one by one. Mechanism first, then real cases, then correction. The 3rd object looks harmless, decorative, even cultural. That one ruined more destinies than shrines. This will shock you.
Listen slowly. Do not rush to act yet. Understanding must come before correction. Scripture names this condition clearly. Haggai 1 verse 6 says, "You earn wages only to put them in a purse with holes." That hole is not always in your spending. Sometimes it is in your rest. In the systems I served, beds were not furniture. They were rest altars. Whatever governs your sleep governs your recovery, your ideas, and your resilience. So we consecrated what people lay their bodies on. The mechanism was simple. Bloodline furniture carries memory. When a bed is inherited, it often carries unresolved covenants, sickness cycles, or financial ceilings. During deep sleep, the human spirit is most permissive. That is when leakage happens. In Ibadan, there was a man, a church protocol officer. He fasted monthly. He gave faithfully. Yet every business he started collapsed within a year. We studied his home, not his prayer life. He slept on his late grandfather's wooden bed. The failure was not obvious sin. It was unquestioned inheritance. That bed was used in a family consecration decades earlier. We marked his sleep hours. The bed frame carried his lineage seal. Each night, financial recovery reset to zero. In Ibadan, a woman ran a catering business. Contracts were approved, then cancelled suddenly. She could not explain it. The mattress she used came from her aunt's burial home. Inside the fiber was burial soil mixed during mourning rites. The goat died at dawn. That was the exchange. I share this not to frighten you, but to equip you. Scripture gives direction. In 2 Kings 4 verse 1 to 7, the widow changed her environment before increase came. She identified the vessel, then she acted. Your step is clarity. Identify what you sleep on. Ask where it came from. Before prayer, speak renunciation aloud. If separation is required, do it peacefully. Authority must precede removal. Your prayers weren't weak, they were blocked. Scripture addresses this directly. Habakkuk 2 verse 18 says, "What profit is an idol, a teacher of lies?" Notice the language. Teaching does not require speech. Presence is enough. In the systems I came from, decorative objects were classified as witnesses, not attackers. Witnesses. They stood inside homes to testify silently against increase. These items included carved figures, masks, artwork, gifted antiques, and souvenirs with unknown origins, especially those admired, displayed, or emotionally valued. They did not need ritual activation. Admiration was sufficient. In Benin City, there was a business owner, a committed Christian. Clients reduced without explanation. Referrals stopped. He had no moral scandal, no prayer fatigue. The hidden failure was pride. He displayed a carved artwork gifted during a festival. We tracked visitors by who complimented it. Each compliment reinforced its legal standing. It stood as a household witness resisting financial expansion. Now listen carefully to this next case. This is where most people lose understanding. In Cape Coast, there was a widow. Debts multiplied after her husband's death. She prayed nightly. Nothing changed. She prayed for 3 nights. On the 4th, pause, her phone buzzed. A lender she had never contacted demanded repayment. That morning, we had registered a figurine in her name spiritually. Here is the withheld detail. Dawn matters because transitions are sealed between 4:30 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. That is when night authority hands over to day responsibility. That is why the suitcase was sealed at dawn. Timing was the real weapon. I share this not to frighten you, but to equip you. Scripture gives correction. Acts 19:19 records believers removing objects openly after understanding. Your step is discernment. Identify what you display. Ask how it entered your home. Before removal, verbally disassociate, then remove peacefully. Your prayers weren't weak, they were blocked. I want to slow down here because exposure without correction produces fear, and fear is not your portion. I share this not to frighten you, but to equip you. Your prayers weren't weak, they were blocked. Your prayers weren't weak, they were blocked. Your prayers weren't weak, they were blocked. Scripture restores authority clearly. Luke 10:19 says, I give you authority over all the power of the enemy. Authority is not noise, it is alignment. For each object, the response is simple, not mystical. First, identify. Confusion feeds power. Clarity removes permission. Second, speak. Jesus spoke to trees and storms. You must speak to agreements. Use your voice calmly. Renounce association based on scripture, not emotion. Third, act in peace. No rushing, no panic. Removal without authority creates replacement. Authority before action closes the door. Do not copy rituals you see online. Do not add salt, oil, or practices without clear scripture. God does not need additions. If an object leaves your home, peace must remain. If fear enters, stop and realign. Correction never brings anxiety. Some of you will notice sleep change first, then clarity, then movement. Provision follows order. Remember this, poverty is not always punishment. Sometimes it is permission that was never questioned. Tonight, question it. Someone you know is working hard and still sinking. They pray, they give, yet nothing holds. Do not argue with them. Share this with them. Understanding is kinder than accusation. Clarity is more powerful than noise. If you are applying this tonight, if you are inspecting your home with peace, not fear, comment restored. Let this not be information only. Let it become correction. This channel exists for one reason, not to sensationalize darkness, but to expose it so freedom can stand. This is Exposed by an Insider, where hidden things are exposed for your freedom. Walk in clarity, rest without leakage, build without resistance.